What's up? J Street Moto here. Welcome back to the channel. Like, subscribe, and share. Click that notification bell so that you know when new content's coming out. Decided I'd just go for a ride today and do a short vlog. Got a couple of errands I gotta run, so I'm gonna take y'all along with me while I do them. It is a absolutely beautiful day here in the Charlotte, North Carolina metro area. Temperature right now I think is about 65, 66 degrees. And I mean, there's not a cloud in the sky. It's calm, there's no wind, the sun's out. You cannot ask for more perfect riding weather. So some things that have been going on. So I've kept y'all kind of in the loop about problem I'm having with third gear, and I'm getting so many mixed signals from different people that I ask, different mechanics, different people that run the service managers at dealerships, etc., engine builders. I'm getting so many different opinions about what it could be. So I'm starting to question whether I'm right and whether or not it actually is the clutch. So after a little bit of debate with myself, I decided that I'm going to run the bike up to Harley Davidson in Statesville, which is where I normally get my service done. I'm going to run it up there this coming Friday, so a week from today, basically. It's Sunday, so the end of this week, I'm going to go up to Statesville and have their master mechanic ride my bike, diagnose it for me, so he can tell me, whether he thinks it's the clutch or the transmission or something else. The problem is a little, it's strange in the fact that it's only affecting one gear, specifically third, but it's even stranger because I would think if the clutch was slipping, my RPMs would be going up as the motor is slipping and I'm not, putting all that power to the rear wheel. So it's not doing that. And that makes me really question, sorry, I got the hiccup. Makes me really question whether or not it is the clutch. I'm hoping it is, because the clutch is certainly an easier and cheaper repair. And let's face it, I've been wanting to replace the clutch in this bike pretty much for 2 or 3 years now, just because I want to see how the aftermarket clutches perform relative to the stock ones. So yeah, so I'm going to be going up there on Friday to let them, I'll pay them a diagnosing fee so they can give me an idea of what's wrong. Who knows? Mechanic might ride it and he might say, you know what? It's just this one little setting. I can open it up real quick, change that setting, and get you back on the road with it fixed. But that would be like ideal. It would be the ideal situation, is for them to say, hey, not only do we have it diagnosed, but it's an easy fix. So just hang out for a minute and let us take care of it for you. I'd love for that to be the case. But I'm more, I tend to be an optimist, but when it comes to stuff on the bike, I always tend to lean towards expecting the worst just because these things cost quite a bit to maintain depending on what goes wrong with them. So, yeah, this past week's been fun. It was David's birthday. In fact, this is Sunday afternoon when we were over there. Well, David and I rode yesterday, and then we were over at his house last night for his birthday party. That's always a good time. But I woke up feeling it a little bit this morning. So, you know, it's, yeah. So we were over there last night. Got to met a pretty cool dude last night. He does a lot of stuff managing people's podcasts. So he and I got talking about, of course, YouTube. And he had some really interesting suggestions. He said he was going to check out the channel. So, you know, Chris, if you're watching this one, thanks for checking it out. And I look forward to your feedback. So, yeah. But that was cool. Got to meet him last night. I'd never met him before. And you know, and see some people that we see whenever we're down there, friends that we know through David and his wife. So yeah, it was a good evening. So yeah, that was going on last week. And well, now it's a beautiful Sunday, and we're, you know, doing what we do. Depending on where you got to go in the Huntersville area, you're going to sit in traffic because our planners absolutely suck at timing light cycles. That's really the root cause for what happens along this stretch of road that you've seen me ride more than once. Depending on what day of the week it is, what time of day it is, this can get really congested through here. Going both ways, actually. I'm surprised to see that direction is open more than it normally is on a Sunday afternoon. But yeah. So what else? So I'm considering. Haven't bought the backpack yet for the dog. I'm considering changing the release schedule slightly on my videos. The guy I was talking to last night had a very interesting take on it. He's like, you kind of need to leave your stuff out there long enough for it to kind of propagate before you throw the new thing out. So I'm considering that switch. I don't know. If I do it, it's going to be maybe going to something like a every other week release schedule or a every 10-day release schedule. But I don't know yet. I haven't decided what it is that I'm actually going to do associated with that. So we'll see. I will keep you posted. If I make a change, I will update the channel screen, and I will, you know, make an announcement to you guys. We're starting to talk a lot, me, Juan, and David. We're starting to talk a lot about what our plans are for this riding season. Really what I mean by that is for this summer when we have the ability to take a little time off and go ride somewhere. Right now, I think we're going to go to Nova Scotia. That's the plan. We haven't worked out the logistics of the when yet, but I think that's the plan for this year's Nova Scotia. I don't know if we're going to do an earlier ride, like something a little bit later this month or early April, like down to New Orleans. We had talked about doing that. Don't know whether we're going to do that or not. We might end up deciding to just, you know, take a couple of weekends to go up into Tennessee and ride some of those roads that I told you in a previous episode that we were looking at going and doing. So, haven't decided yet. Don't know. I don't think we're going to do another iron butt anytime soon. It'd be nice to do one. I'd like to knock out a 1,536 hours. I think that would be fun. The 1,024 was relatively easy to attain, and it was a good time. We had a really good time doing it, but I'm thinking maybe the 1,536 might be an interesting thing for us to pull off. But don't know yet. Haven't decided. So yeah, that's kind of, well, it's what's going on with the channel, at least. What's going on with me. I'll have to take some video of it later, or I'll show you the next time that we're in the J Street garage, because I did have David over-ordered some wall mounts for his helmets. So he had a couple of extras, gave them to me, so I mounted those this afternoon before I hopped on Darla to go enjoy this weather. Mounted those in the garage, so I have some place to hang up my full and my half without just leaving them sitting on the well, currently they just sit on a table in my garage until I'm ready to grab them. I think today, I don't have long to be out. Got some errands I have to run this afternoon that I cannot do on the bike, unfortunately. One of them being go to the grocery store for a full week of shopping, which I cannot fit. Week's worth of groceries for the fam on the bike. And I'm cooking tonight, so can't be out too long today. I could just come out for a little while. I'm telling you, it is freaking amazing here today. I can't believe how nice it is. Also been talking to different people about audio options for when I'm recording the way that I am right now. We have currently, I think I've told y'all how I'm doing it, but I'll remind you, I'm just recording a voice memo on my phone from my Bluetooth helmet. And I don't really like the audio quality that comes out of that. Now, granted, I'm in a helmet. I'm on a motorcycle. It's going to be hard to get good audio quality no matter what, but I think I can improve it some over what it is currently. And that's kind of what I'm looking to do. So I'm kicking around the idea of buying the Tascam, which is a digital audio recorder, and I can put it on me somewhere, run the wire up to my helmet, and put a mic over by my cheek, over in the side of my helmet, and then record to the Tascam, and then see if I can, adjust the audio quality in that recording better than I can adjust the audio quality from this setup that I got now. I'll keep y'all in the loop about what's, going to happen to that. I know some of you that watch this channel are also doing what I'm doing, and you're at various stages of that in your YouTube life. So I figure I'll put out there any information I can, and, if it helps you, great. If you already knew it, still great. So, yeah. But yeah, so it looks like Nova Scotia for sure this year. What remains in question is what else we might do. And I don't know for certain that we are going to do anything else. We might just, stick with the Nova Scotia trip and call it a season. That one's going to be it's going to be right around 3,200 miles round trip, 3,300 miles round trip, to get from where we live up to Halifax, Nova Scotia, and back. The first trip we took in 21, we went to Key West. And then later in the year, we rode out to Sturgis. And so we rode to Key West it was me, David, Juan, David's wife. She rode with us. And we met my wife, a mutual friend of ours, and his girlfriend at the time in Key West. That guy's name's John. John wants to come with us on the Halifax trip. So he's offered to basically drive a chase car, pull a trailer, so that David's wife can bring her bike with her and, get on and off of it as she pleases when, the rest of us are riding. It could be an interesting change for us in terms of how we take our trips, because for once we won't have to necessarily have everything on the bikes. We'll have a car where we can load some stuff into it. We'll still end up packing the bikes out if for no other reason. It's way more comfortable riding when you've got something against your back, when you can lean back. At least for me it is. And that's something that I would lean back against is my sissy bar bag. It's my luggage. So we're still talking about that. I don't think that's been locked down yet. I don't know if it's firm or not. I think a lot of that is probably going to be based on the timing of when we decide to do it. We've all been talking about it and looking like we want to try and do Nova Scotia sometime in July. So think late July, potentially early August. But that time frame is, I think that'll be the warmest weather with the the best weather window for us. We're likely to run into some rain up there, I'm sure, but that's part of the deal, right? But first things first, before I can really do any of that crap, I've got to get Darla sorted out and figure out what the hell's going on with her and try to get it fixed. So that's what I'm going to be focused on for the next, after I see him this Friday, I will know for sure, or have a really good idea, what I am doing for, the repair. Oh, there are some scooters here. Excellent. I like that. I like seeing bikes here. It's always a fun time. We got a Victory. Oh, we got a couple of them. Nice. All right, well, I'm going to wrap this one for now. And I will talk to you guys later. Always, ride safe.